we got the man, the myth, the legend in the building, man. Young Coby, straight out of Killeen, Texas, man. Pleasure doing business with you. Pleasure with the interview, man.
What they do? You already know what it is, man. Young boy Ned and Zip Squad.
You know.
Return.
You know. So I really want to take it back to the beginning to kind of get an understanding from your perspective. So when did you start doing music yourself?
I started doing music. I dropped my first mixtape and put it out. I was like 13, and shit. Before that, I was freestyling, doing freestyle contests at Southside Skating Ring. That shit was like 2002, 2001. I was like 8 years old.
Young nigga.
Fucking freestyling on stage, rocking crowds and shit. And I ain't gonna lie, I've been sticking with it ever since. I ain't never gave up.
And get like that, man. You got a taste of it, though. You know what I mean? You got to feel really what it was like to pursue your dream. What the difference is, I feel like with you different than a lot of other artists is you got to see that dream early on, so you didn't have a lot of the hate that most people will receive that would stifle them in them younger ages. You did get it. I do acknowledge that you did receive it, but you received it at a point to where you were so hard bodied to it, you could kind of just maneuver through it, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I just deflect anything, bro. I'm so tunnel vision with this shit. Like, a lot of shit I don't even be hearing, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I be so focused and be working so hard, I don't even have time to pay attention to anything that's negative, you know what I'm saying? So, like, that's just how I always been. I never gave a damn. I'm a work. I know the end goal. I know the bigger picture. I know what I'm focused on. So, if it ain't got nothing to do with that, then it's irrelevant. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's the attitude that a lot of artists should have, you know what I'm saying?
Right, if it ain't about progression, you don't need deep entertainment. It don't do nothing but waste your time and your energy. You know,
Exactly.
So you came up out of Killeen. So you've been here born and bred in Killeen, or did you move around, or?
Killeen for the most part, but like in 4th grade, I moved to ATL for a year. And that was my first time ever recording any music in the studio. Was when it was in ATL. And what's crazy is the person who recorded my first song, his name is Bobby Critical. This nigga is like a platinum producer right now.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like he went on to do crazy shit.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy how like that's the first person who gave me the chance to get in the studio and record some shit. I was in the 4th grade, you know what I'm saying? And
real eye opener.
yeah, that shit was crazy. Shout out to Bobby Critical, put me in the studio.
Yeah, man, that's big, man. Young age, you out there in Atlanta, fresh out. That must have been a great experience. Definitely a great perspective shift for you as a artist.
So it wasn't serious, like it wasn't a career yet, you know what I'm saying? When I came back to Killeen, I was in elementary still, you know what I'm saying? Right. So like when I came back to Killeen, of course I still had the passion for the music, so I'm just doing little stuff here and there, and like I started creating my own studios. I started recording myself. I started figuring out like, man, I gotta rap. How am I gonna rap by myself without having to depend on everybody else? So I started learning how to record, got a mic, got a laptop, started seeing how people was doing their shit, doing my research. So by like the age of like 11, 12, I already had a small setup, you know what I'm saying? I'm already knocking out 10 songs a week type shit. I'm 12 years old, like going dumb. Yeah. Like my partner's pulling up, like all my niggas will tell you. I always had the studio, you know what I'm saying? From yay high till now, like, but that's just what it was, shit. I started going crazy at a young age.
Okay, so let's fast forward to, I guess the more recent years. I guess people would know the Young Coby. I guess when I started to come into knowledge of you, I guess around like the 2015, 2016 time, that's when I really started getting kind of hip to who you were. That's when I started finding out about the area over here and everything.
Facts.
What kind of, if you can recall, what kind of mind space were you in with the music you were dropping? Like, where were you at musically? You know what I mean?
Well, in 2013, I went to prison, you know what I'm saying? And I guess like niggas was shouting my name so loud, like more people started finding out about my shit, you know what I'm saying? So I got out in 2017. But like around that time, like So if you discover me like 2015, 2016, then that means that was music that I recorded between 2010 and 2013.
Right. Okay.
So that whole era I was just partying, bro. I was partying like crazy, you know what I'm saying? I'm young too, like I'm underage at the time too. Like my biggest song at that time was Under 21. And I'm performing this at over 21 club. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in that hole with the X's on my hands, like drinking and shit, like tripping. But that's really, I was partying, figuring shit out, and just in the crowd, you know what I'm saying? Like opening up for all different type of people. And then we had Diamond Gang too, so we was just like, we was throwing some crazy ass parties, bro. And I was just recording, you know what I'm saying? Soaking up everything around me. And I had a team, I had basically a team of supporters at that time. Like the team was strong as fuck at that time, you know what I'm saying? But it kind of died down. Niggas didn't have no plan. We didn't have no roadmap, you know what I'm saying? But musically, I mean, I was experimenting, bro. I always been experimentation with like my sound, you know what I'm saying?
Notice that your whole persona has been going, challenging the norm, the status quo. I feel like in a sense, you know, it's a thin line, and I feel like certain people can walk it in certain ways. You know, I akin it to niggas like Kanye, but he just kind of, you know, he took 2-3 steps over that line a little bit more. You feel what I'm saying? But it's kind of in that sense. I see that in certain artists. I feel like you're definitely one of them.
Appreciate that.
Oh yeah. So, who are some of the people around that time, once you did come back and hit the ground running, I guess that were, I wouldn't necessarily say role models in that sense, but were good supporting roles hitting the ground running as far as rebuilding what Yung Coby is right now?
In 2017? So when I had got home, basically, I mean, it was people like Lil Underhand, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out Underhand one time.
Yeah, that's my boy. Of course, like, I mean, Big Steve. As far as he welcomed me into the studio with open arms when I came home and let me come do whatever I wanted to do. He actually recorded "Welcome to My Neighborhood," which was my biggest song after I came home.
Your whole rollout on that was crazy too.
Yeah. Shout out Carter. He shot the video.
That's crazy.
Me and Carter still working. He just left actually. We got some shit coming.
I seen the little shoot y'all just had too.
Yeah, crazy. He was with me the whole South by. We turned up for sure.
Well, let me give it over to that. We'll jump back to the role models and things once you come back. I just want to get the South by Southwest while we on topic. How was the South by Southwest? We did see you out there on the scene.
Man, that shit was crazy. That shit was really life changing, bro. Shout out to Roll Run C-Mo, and shout out to DJ Bubba, and shout out to Low Key Cody.
That's a big one.
You know what I'm saying? Roll Runner Cody. These niggas right here, they put some shit together, and they put me in like Underhand and Trap, like, but they put us in a mix with some people that's like some shit that would never have happened.
Had that menu not taken, had that networking had not taken.
Yeah, place. Bro, like,
yeah, exactly.
I appreciate that. I'm appreciative. I'm thankful. I met so many people, bro. I rubbed shoulders with so many people. I linked in and actually locked in and got real relationships now with a lot of people that's in the industry, in the game, and this shit crazy. So thanks to South by 2022, like, I'm elevated on a different level. Like, this shit.
You mentioned Underhand.
Yeah, bro. When I got home, we really the whole 543 movement took off.
That was the studios and everything. That was when I really started to like gain traction behind y'all's movement. Yeah. The whole 543.
Yeah. While I was locked up, they basically they took it upon themselves to continue the journey and shit. They started going out of town, doing features with other artists, shooting videos, and just working. I mean, they kept the ball rolling. So when I got home, I sat down with them, seeing what they was doing. And we just put this 543 shit together and started taking off. And we made some traction, you know what I'm saying? We leveled up did a lot of stuff that we weren't doing before. Opened up for a lot of artists together. But then I mean, you know, shit happened. Real life happened. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I did with
So we went crazy. 2018, we had a crazy run. Performed at South by Southwest. Everybody, I put everybody on stage with me. We all performed at the rooftop on 6th Street. Like, it was lit, you know what I'm saying? Hell of an experience, a memory that niggas will have forever. We opened for so many big artists. Like, we set a tone in the city, we went crazy. Like, we was the first niggas with chains with our group name on them and shit, you feel me? Like,
really the whole situation.
You know what I'm saying? We sparked some shit in the city. Once again, like, I feel like I always do that shit. You know what I'm saying? So
that's really what this is for, man. Just making sure we document the people who really paved the way for what Killeen is now, because you can't really move forward with your history until you know the past history. And that's kind of where we at with the blog. Make sure we sit down with really what I felt like was really influential characters in the younger stages of what this is. And it definitely was a pleasure sitting down. We definitely not done. I'm just, you know, throwing some blase. So in total, if you could put a number on it, since you have been out, how many projects have you dropped? This is talking mixtapes, EPs, albums, anything. They got more than a track on it, goddamn.
I'm gonna go through the list. I'm gonna start on SoundCloud first, cause there's some shit on SoundCloud that's not even out on Apple yet. Some shit that I dropped.
The thing about doing playlisting personally, trying to do some playlists and stuff.
One of my biggest songs is one of my biggest songs because I did a playlisting campaign and it basically caught the algorithm.
Yeah.
And it's sitting at like 125,000 streams right now. And till this day, it gets 1,000 streams a week.
Like,
just because it's on like 200 playlists. You know what I'm saying?
So, I feel like from an outside looking in point of view, being an independent artist, walking the path you've walked, you've definitely been able to reach out to different niches, different audience crowds, and been able to plug into them. A lot of artists that they either pop and go the mainstream route, or they just consistently try to beg for the mainstream route. They try to overly focus on one group or one fan base so hard, and they run they 15 minutes out.
Yeah, facts, and that's one thing I would never. Nobody's ever gonna get boring with my music because it's always gonna be a breath of fresh air. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. But if we started out on just since I got out, we can do Kick Door Diaries. You know what I'm saying? That was one. And then we got Heartbreak Hotel. That's another one on SoundCloud. We got Capsule. That's another one on SoundCloud. We got Kick Door Diaries 2. That's another one on SoundCloud. We got Farewell EP.
This is we got long, by the way.
We got Windward.
I don't think I've heard nothing on that one.
Yeah, that's 6 projects right there. Me and Lil Underhand dropped a joint project together, so that's 7 now. If we go to Apple,
that's 7 currently. For y'all that's not paying attention, they log back in.
If we go to the album, so that's 7 right there. Okay, now Fuck Fentanyl, that's 8. Bolarama EP, that's 9. Billy Madison, that's 10. Get In Loser, that's 11. Undefeated, that's 12. Undefeated 2, that's 3. That's 13. Undefeated 4. Did I skip Undefeated 3?
No, you kind of.
Undefeated 3 is 13.
Right.
Undefeated 4 is 14. I keep going, I got more. So I'm at 15 projects?
Yeah.
In Too Deep with Lil Florida, that's 16.
Shout out Lil Florida.
Prolific is 17. Dream Season is 18. Love Me or Hate Me is 19. Vessel is 20.
Content.
Okay, shit, bro. I ain't even.
That's it though. Content. Boys ain't
What
got
else?
content. They wondering why they not doing nothing. They not reaching different people, man. It's about
Man, that's 20. Since 2018, I done dropped like 21 albums, bro. 21 albums, bro.
And that's really not, and that's why I said it like that. That's to exclude any possible features, collabs, anything like that outside the frame that you've done. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely a track record and a good resume to put on somebody's table. You feel me?
Yeah. Just last year, I dropped, I want to say, maybe 4 albums. Well, 2021, I dropped Bolarama. I dropped Billy Madison. I dropped Farewell. I dropped Fuck Fentanyl. Bro, I went crazy last year.
Now let me ask you, when you I want to start breaking down your creative process. I don't want to go too far into it because I don't want nobody give up their secrets in that sense. But
yeah,
if there is one, if you could put it down to a technique or like when you get into a certain vibe or whatever, just break down your recording process.
To be honest, bro, I just get some good gas, smoke weed, bro, and just get in the booth and record. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna make it so.
I can be anywhere. It don't matter if I'm at a professional studio or sitting like this, me in my living room, or I can record anywhere, really. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But there's no, it ain't really ain't no set in stone mold or formula for me when I get in the studio, bro. I just be smoking weed, bro, and get in the studio. I don't gotta have no candles lit or no super group of people in the studio. Like, it's really not that. It don't get that deep with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I got something on my chest, if I feel like I need to talk about some shit, or if I just in the mood to record, I'm gonna get in there. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. Facts.
That's big facts. When you do create your music and you decide to put together your bodies of work, how do you go about, do you try to keep it in camp with your features and how you reach out? Do you like to keep it dolo with everything? Like it's just all you on your projects, or how do you do that? How do you go about that process?
It used to just be me. Like I used to be on some shit like, man, what I need a feature for?
Right.
Like, I know what this song is about. I know like I'm making this music for me first. Right. You know what I'm saying? So me having a feature with me has to organically happen. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I'm not really a feature artist, if you will. Like I rarely work with niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like because what's the point of us working? Like what is your intentions of getting a song?
Right.
Do you just want some clout off me? Because if so, you gotta pay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
But if you really feel like we could really genuinely make some good music and you really fuck with my shit, then it'll organically happen.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Just keep networking, working your move.
Yeah, but if I know like you just trying to fuck with me because you see how hot I am, or like you want something out of like you, then 9 times out of 10, if you're not paying, then I'm not really finna be interested in it. You know what I'm saying? But features organically happen though. You know what I'm saying? Like it's shit that can be placed together and put together. You know what I'm saying?
Stars line up and everything.
Yeah, facts.
So I want to give you a shout out while we're on here. Again, my artist, I managed 16 walk hard onto a couple shows out here. Boys, don't forget.
No,
I want to definitely pivot into that aspect of. So let's say 2017, 2018. You kind of get everything back going with the 543 Studios. With the team getting put back together.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to say maybe 2018, 19. I can't tell you for sure if that was. Oh no, you good.
Hey, go upstairs, bro. Go to the room.
I'll cut this.
Go to the room.
Come on, bro. Come back to the practice, bro.
Go, hurry up, because I don't want to hear that. Room. And turn that down.
Okay, boom. So, pivot back. At what time did you feel like you were really comfortable enough, or really what made I should say what made you pivot into showcasing and starting to put on events for artists and things of that nature?
Shit, it just made sense. Like that was part of the plan, part of the grand operation. I don't want to say operation, but basically the goal. Like, why not?
Right.
The first Yung Coby and Friends, somebody got signed from that.
Oh, word.
Shelly Flame signed a Baby Grande right now.
Oh yeah, I didn't pop out to the first one.
Yeah,
I don't think
facts.
I was too locked.
After Yung Coby and Friends, Shelly Flame got signed to Baby Grande.
Shout out
you know what I'm
Shelly
saying?
Flame.
Shout out to Shelly. Shout out to NQA.
I did not know that. Fun
You know
fact,
what I'm saying?
Fun fact for me.
So you feel me? Like that shit is just it's necessary, and not only necessary, like that shit just supposed to happen. You feel me? Like that's just something that I always wanted to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like everything I'm doing now, I sat down when I was in prison, bro, and I put this shit on paper, and I followed the steps. I did what I had to do, and I started making this shit happen, bro.
Exactly.
Like right now, my schedule is filled the fuck up. Every weekend I'm booked. You know what I'm saying? Like booked, like on some real signed label shit, but I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm just doing this shit myself. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I got events.
Yeah.
For the next, you know what I'm saying, 2-3 months.
Locked in.
And I'm getting paid off all this shit.
Yeah.
I'm making all damn near 100% profit off everything because I'm investing in myself. You know what I'm saying? Pop-ups, album release events, all that. I got interviews in different cities. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this is all coming from me, bro. Like coming from out of my head onto paper. You feel me?
Bro.
And I got niggas. I'm bringing niggas around because I need help. You know what I'm saying? I got a whole record label and organization in my head and how to run it, and it's successful. It's gonna be successful. You know what I'm saying? I'm successful right now only to a certain extent because I can only use so much of the knowledge that I got by myself. You know what I'm saying?
Understood.
So I'm really just at the point right now where I need valuable people around me, bro. That's gonna make shit happen. And we gonna benefit off the shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I can do a lot of shit by myself. But, you know?
You can't do everything, man.
Exactly.
It's hard to say. It's what it is when it comes down to it. I feel like I had to go through the same nonsense with my stuff, bro.
No, I can't do this shit by myself.
Yeah.
Now I did everything I could do by myself. I did that shit. Now it's time for motherfuckers to
Bringing people in, getting them on board, and then teaching them the formula.
Exactly.
And then after that, you can rinse and repeat.
Exactly.
So
Yeah. That's
cool.
That's what I'm on right now.
So you had Yung Coby and Friends 1. You actually got, like I mentioned earlier, you got Walk on Yung Coby and Friends 2, I believe. So I appreciate that one. That was pretty cool. I'm trying to think of what else we could touch on, man. It's really a lot more. When you tour, where are you looking to tour next? Are you looking to like go overseas? Are you looking to hit a different coastline? Like, what's Yung Coby's next move?
I want to break into Atlanta and kind of work the circuit out there. I want to do an ATL tour and just go out there for a weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, perform every day of the weekend.
Oh, man.
Do interviews every day of the weekend, you know what I'm saying? Pop up. The formula, that's the formula, bro. Like, you can use you can make your formula and use that same formula everywhere you go in a different state, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm on, bro. And like I said, like, shout out to Roll Run C-Mo and like everything he got going on, because he just showed niggas a blueprint. Like, bro, take your money, take care of your business, and take some bread out and invest in yourself and make this shit happen.
Gotcha.
Keep on, like you said, rinse and repeat. Make this shit happen. Different cities, different people, different artists, different valuable motherfuckers who doing shit you want to do and in the position. So like, that's what it is, bro. Like, that's the focus right now. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I think the big question that I feel the eyes that do watch will want to know: what would it take to get Yung Coby signed? What will put you under a label in the sense of you ain't gotta go into too much detail, just like a general, either a number or like what would they have to give you as far as a guarantee for you to sign under a label, as opposed to being able to reap the benefits independently, live your life how you want. You know what I mean?
They would have to give me a label deal.
Big time.
Yeah, I'm not taking no artist deals. They got to give me a label deal because I'm a labeler myself.
The whole situation.
So, yeah, they got to give me the big boy motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I'm not taking nothing because, like, I mix and master myself, record myself, do my own artwork, book my own shows. Like, I'm already a full-fledged machine myself. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like,
at that point, you just looking for a label to say, we'll give you a little extra gas, a little nos real quick for the little, for this little stretch.
Yeah, facts.
You'll double that back. Boom. I noticed it's a sidebar. I try to study different artists that, you know, get to certain deals, and a lot of younger artists, they don't really pay much attention to, you know, the small litigations that really mess them out of the long term.
Yeah, that's ignorance. That's all. At the end of the day, it's just ignorance. You know what I'm saying?
See a dollar sign.
If somebody comes to you and they have an option for you to immediately change your life and everybody around you, the average young black kid from the hood and their parents and them, man, they not finna reach. They ain't gonna read too much shit.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers finna sign that, move out the hood, and go live luxury. You know what I'm saying? And about 2-3 years later, they're gonna be on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't sign to Atlantic. You know what I'm saying?
So boom. Okay, so let's kind of open it up to like more of a. Well, let's pivot off of music more into just general discussion. Then, why do you think that is in our community, in the black community? Why do you think it's like that? We're so short term. You know what I mean? As opposed to thinking long term.
We weren't taught that in the beginning.
Easy.
You know what I'm saying? That's not instilled in our culture.
Yeah.
Like, at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody teaches us about credit. None of in my household growing up, I never heard anything about credit score. You feel me?
Oh God.
These white kids, they got 740 credit scores when they graduate high school. You know what I'm saying? They got cars off the lots and all. You feel me? So I think that's one of the main things that we fall short at, just as a people, as a community. So when them record deals and shit do come through, there's no lawyer there. Niggas don't know that when you first get this contract, go get you an entertainment lawyer. You know what I'm saying? So that's how people get fucked over. Like Rich Homie Quan, I think he got fucked over at like $5 million. They gave him a contract. They said, go home, go get your people together, look over this, and you know what I'm saying, come back to us. He went home and signed it himself and came back, and he got fucked over out of 5 M's. Fortunately, he had some people good enough around him to, go to court and sue motherfuckers and you feel me, and get your bread. You feel me? But 9 out of 10 is not gonna be like that all the time. So I think that's what's wrong right now. Like I said, with our culture, we don't have a lot of positive figures around to give us the insight on these contracts and shit. You know what I'm saying? So anybody out there right now, if you feel like you got some shit in front of you that's an opportunity and you don't know how to go about it, hit somebody up, man. Hit entertainment lawyer up, bro. Somebody that's really knowing the business about this shit. Cause I'm not finna sign nothing. I ain't gonna cap to you. Niggas send me something, we going straight to the lawyer instantly. Like, I don't even look at it, you feel me? So, and that's just what it is, you know what I'm saying?
And that's why I like these sit downs with artists like you, man, because I really want what I tell a lot of the younger artists that I see and what I've seen in the culture that I've, at least in Killeen, is that, you know, the image or the idea, the message can only go so far without the image. And you have the image. You feel what I'm saying? There's certain aspects in the music industry and in all industries that people look for. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I learned it playing sports in high school because them niggas used to tell us that shit all the time. It's about your performance out the gate, but off the rip, it's about your eye candy. It's about, okay, when we look at this person in their subject matter field, okay, are they doing or are they looking like what they're doing?
Exactly.
And that's the difference, I think, also with you in this whole situation. That's why I asked you about the black culture and the influences, because I feel like you are a very big influence, because not only do you talk the talk, you walk the walk, almost in the exact same word. A lot of people can get close, but you really show people, okay, I can really literally come from nothing. You know what I mean? A lot of people will talk or this, that, and the third,
Yeah.
but it's just shown through your music, through your discography, and just through your biography as a person.
That's the message, bro.
You know what I mean?
That's my main message. I just did an interview yesterday, the day before yesterday, and they asked me what did I want my message to be to everybody watching and shit, like, and what I want my message from my music. And I was just on some shit like, bro, the only message I'm giving motherfuckers is, man, you can do whatever the fuck it is you want to do. You can accomplish whatever you want to accomplish. Just don't give up. Keep doing that shit. Keep finding you gotta study your market, your craft, and everything that's going on with what you got going on. And I learned that from just reading books and shit, bro. Like a lot of books will tell you like Robert Greene Mastery, for example, like basically tell you gotta, whatever you want to do, you gotta get close to that and stay close to it. You know what I'm saying?
So you mentioned Roadrunner Simo. They do have a clothing brand, correct?
Yeah, for sure. Roadrunner merch.
And I know that you have your brand. Yours is more of an independent, but it's like a collective at the same time. I've noticed how you drop. What would I name it? Because I know you have the Welcome to My Neighborhood. Okay,
yeah, that's the clothing brand.
Okay,
yeah, Welcome to My Neighborhood clothing. That's the brand.
The reason why I asked that way was, do you plan or do you see any possible collabs with Roadrunner, possibly in clothing, anything of that nature?
Hell yeah, definitely. Simo, yeah, let's get that in for sure. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I feel like people just need to really know like where my upbringing. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause where I came from nothing for real. Like, we ain't had shit like that. So a lot of niggas see me and they think like I'm just a spoiled kid from Killeen, like who got it made. Like, hell nah, boy, I ain't never had it made like that. You know what I'm saying?
They see it now. The people only see.
I created that lifestyle for myself.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So
people will see it and think it just got handed. Like, nah, it was a lot of days, man.
Man, I did 4 long years in prison, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
long time.
boy, I'm talking about big boy.